Hello everyone, welcome to I Create For You. If you haven't subscribed yet, give it a go. And please like and share if you'd like. I have all kinds of stuff on my channel. Today we're going to do scratch art again. And this is a kit that I got at Michael's not long ago. And in another video, I have other scratch art that I have done. And today we're going to tackle this skull. It's going to look something like this, hopefully. I'm going to start out using these tools, and if that doesn't work, I'm going back to my trusty dental tool. And if that doesn't work, I have a little case full of other stuff that I can give a go. See what works out the best. But today we're just going to scratch away at this. I don't know if I'll get it done all in one video, but we'll see. And these are the other ones that have come in the set. That has a set of 6. I don't know if they still have the sale on at Michael's, but I know last week they were only $4.99. I got mine. I had a percentage off coupon and I got it for $6.99. They're normally $9.99. So you might want to check those out. Okay, let's see what magic we can reveal. And like they say, you start from the top and work your way down. So that's what I'm going to do now. My camera is pretty far away from where I'm sitting, so I'm just going to bring it down a little bit, and so I can get in there and start from the top. Let's see. I haven't tried this tool yet, so I know my husband has and didn't like it, but this is a tool that it comes with. That and a brush to brush away all your little leftovers. Okay, let's start. See how easy this one is. Ooh, this is pretty easy, I think. Yes, it is. And stay within the lines, color in the lines. There's no perfect way of doing it. Let's just say you don't have to be perfect to do this. That's what I like about these scratch boards. Later on down the line, I'm going to try to make my own scratch boards. So I'll have those videos up where I actually got paper from Michael's the last time I was there. It's a dangerous place for me to be in. But they had a sale on cardstock. Buy one, get one half off. So I needed some black cardstock, and so I got black cardstock, and I also got foil cardstock. So I'm going to see if I can. There's not just one color. There's several colors of foil in there. There's blues and purples and oranges and stuff like that. And I'm going to see if I can make my own scratch art pads. Now I want to see something. I'm going to look in the back here. Okay, it looks like, I can't really tell, but it looks like they don't have the white line in them. So I'm going to try to eliminate the white line. See what happens here. See, they'll look okay. And it just takes the white away. It doesn't have anything underneath it. So, because that white is kind of, you know, right in your face. So I'd like to get some of that off. If I can. Let's see what that looks like. Doesn't look too bad. I just don't want to keep scratching at something that doesn't want to come off. These stems are being a bugger. Here we go. No problem. We got it. We're in the groove now. Hope you try this. This isn't, you know, hard, and it's kind of fun, and you reveal a beautiful picture. I got another set when it was $4.99. They didn't have another one of these with the desert theme, but I got a floral theme. It's pretty, and maybe instead of actually scratching those, maybe I'll do some kind of giveaway. You know, if I get so many likes on a video or so many views, I can do a little giveaway. Okay, let me get some of these bits over here. When you brush away, you can see what you missed. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, I think the only thing that's going to be a bugger with these is the little white lines. My husband made an attempt, and he wasn't too happy with his results, but it turned out okay. It turned out good. He did a horse scene. He's heavy-handed, so it's really hard for him not to just go in there and scratch the heck out of it. But this is something you really can't be heavy-handed at, because it'll rip the paper, and then there's no turning back from that. So we'll see. Okay, there's one thing done. Let me see if I can get it up in the picture a little bit here. Got one spot done. It's gold underneath. Okay, keep going on these. Depending on how fast this goes today, I'll determine whether or not I'm going to do the whole thing. This might be a two-parter, but since I don't want to bore you guys with sitting here scratching, I know it reveals something really pretty, but still, my opinion, you can only watch it so long and get bored, and you don't want to hear me yapping through the whole thing. If I could figure out a way to do voiceover, I could speed this up and do the whole video in time lapse, you know. But I haven't taken the time. I haven't actually had the time to really dive into all the stuff that for editing. So more or less, when I do this, it's you get what you get, because the editing isn't an option for me at this point. So it's not going too bad. It's not taking forever, at least, but long enough. I'm dying to get to the good parts down here, especially the skull. work over here. Get this one. I'm going to try this other tool that I have. See if I can get more off faster. Yeah, that one works a lot faster than that point. Yeah, here we go. I actually got a kit, not a kit, but I don't know what you call it. I ordered off of Temu. That's dangerous for me too. But everything I've got from there, I've never had a problem with. You know, people are like, "Oh, Temu, you order something and it's too small or whatever." But you know what? You got to read the description. If you ordered something and it's not quite what you thought, it could be because you didn't read the description and looked at the picture and got sucked in by the picture. I did that one time. I crochet towels and I get most of my towel designs off of there. And I didn't bother looking at the description and saw that it wasn't a double-sided towel when I got it. It was, the writing was all on one side and it was huge, and yeah, well, that was my fault. I didn't follow through and read what the design was and how big it was, and if it was double-sided or not. I just got excited by the look of the towel. Stuff like that happens. So you gotta hold yourself accountable sometimes. If you get something that you weren't planning on, it's not all their fault. Get that scratching sound going. Anyway, what I was getting at, this is one of the tools that was in a scratch tool set, and it wasn't expensive either. It was only like $2 something. So that was, it seems to be worth the price. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Not understanding this up here. It's not coming off good. The black is not, they really have it on here. It's like, it's not getting all the black off. I don't know if you can see this, but it looked like it was taking off the foil with it. So I am going to see what I can do about that. Probably nothing, but I don't know if I didn't get down into, you know, the gold when I scratched, or I accidentally scratched it all off, because I'm not really putting any pressure. So I'm just going to go over here and see what happens. I can get some of that black off there. Oh, nope. See, if I keep going, I'm going to end up digging down below there. Oh well. I'm going to go off to the next one. Here we go. We're getting some gold. We're digging for gold. Scratching for gold. not too happy with these leaves here. They're not making me happy at all here. Not sure what's going on. I'll go back to the original tools, see what we got going on. Nope. Well, that's good, because I think I had some, if I have to, I'll use it. I have gold paint, but this isn't. If this isn't working right, and I have, see, look what happened here. I'll show you. Didn't even press hard, but if you can see right there, that scratch mark went right down to the paper. So stick to the original tool, and that one that scratched right down with this tool that came with it, so that wasn't the other tool. I can't blame it on the one that my substitution tool there. I think they just have it really saturated with the black in some places, to the point where you keep scratching it. You get the paper underneath. Haven't gotten to the point too where I can play music. Without getting in trouble. I mean, I haven't found that option. I haven't seen that when I go in. I think when you download off your phone, it's different than downloading off of your laptop or tablet. So I don't know if that's the reason why I dropped my brush, that I don't have those options, or what the deal is. Yeah, this is a little tougher. A little tougher than those animals I did in the other videos. It's pretty though. Pretty gold. This is just taking forever. Maybe I don't have patience, but I like revealing this stuff underneath here. Yeah, that all's a hot mess right in there. I'm gonna use this one to speed things up a little bit. I also have gold leaf stuff. I wonder if I could put that in there. I'm still trying. Like there's gold underneath this, but then when you get to scratching too much, the gold comes off. Here's a spot right here that I haven't scratched yet, and it is stuck on there. So I'm just going to move on to the next one. The ones that want to be revealed. That's where I'm going to go. Oh, I hope the skull turns out okay, since I'm not having too much luck with the leaves up here. Oh, yeah, they're coming off pretty nice. That one spot's just really saturated with black and it's not moving. So I'm not gonna move it. I'm not gonna rip it, force it. Let me see what happens here. Yeah, it looks like the paper wants to come up if I keep going at it, so I'm not going to keep going at it. If it wants to be stubborn, I'll let it be stubborn. Try to fix it another way. Advantages of being a painter. Also, I have paints that I can, metallic even, and a really pretty gold. So I can fill in where I need to. This one's not too bad. I was debating on doing my paint with water today or this, and I haven't done scratch in a while, so I decided this was going to be the route today. That one wasn't too bad, and it was pretty quick. Some of the white areas off a little bit there. Okay, now let's do this crazy looking poof over here and see what color's underneath this one. This one looks like a green. That's different. The animals that I did were all one color. So when I first saw this and I turned it over, I thought, oh, it's just going to be specks of gold here and there to make the picture look pretty. Then when I opened it up, because they were kind of sealed on all four sides, so you really couldn't open it up and look at it, I noticed that the whole picture was covered in black. And I was like, okay, now it's going to be more scratching than I thought, but it's going to be nice because it's going to be a different reveal. These are going pretty good. This is some kind of desert grass, I guess. Not too sure. Just uneducated guess. Either way, it's a different color green. As soon as I'm done scratching it all, I will put it up to the camera so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm sorry that the camera's so far away from you guys, but it was the only way I could get most of the picture in. So you could actually see me working on it. And if I were to zoom in, I would have to zoom in and move my paper and check to see my paper's in the right spot all the time. So this is uninterrupted scratching, basically. Yes, these are going much better than the gold foil. I have a thing about, I don't even know, maybe I'll just let it be, but it's weird. My hands, I don't know, maybe it's just age, but like doing this or crocheting, if I do it in the morning, my hand tends to get tingly. And it's only in the morning. Like I could pick up my crochet hook and go to town in the afternoon, and I have no problem. I could do this in the afternoon and have no problem. It's like it doesn't want to wake up. Like my fingers and my hands don't want to wake up, so they just get tingly on me. I'm feeling it in my fingers a little bit. It's just more annoying than anything. Okay, let me get all these little white bits if I can find them all. And then, oops, this one has some white on it. Let's stick it up to the camera so you can see. There you go. You see the green color? Okay. Now, we'll move down to the flower. Ooh, look at that beautiful color. Orange. That is really pretty. Coming off easy. That's the way we like it. It's a two-tone orange. This is like my favorite, I guess you could tell. This is my favorite picture out of the whole thing, out of the whole set. One day I hope to move to Arizona for the heat. But yeah. I might just be able to frame these then and this be our little desert art. That'll be pretty. I have to check out this company online, see if they have what all their designs are. I didn't really take the time to do that. Like I said, my time is like crazy lately. A lot of stuff going on here. I thought last weekend we had plans to go to my grandkids to do make your own pizza night, and it's something that we have never done ourselves, so it's all going to be all new experience for all of us. So we're going to go over there. Like I said, we were supposed to do it last weekend, but the kiddos weren't feeling well. We still have a grandson who's under the weather, but we ended up finding out he had an ear infection, so in his one ear. So that was causing problems for him. His mom was worried because she just couldn't get his temp down. And like it was just a strange thing. Like if he was up and moving around, other than him having a temperature, he had no other symptoms. Wasn't sick at all in any way, shape, or form, except for the fever. And when he would sit down and relax to eat or whatever, he was eating fine and everything, his temperature would spike. But when he was up walking around, moving around, doing whatever 6-year-olds do, he was fine. His temp was normal. So she sent him to school. Not yesterday, the day before. He was off on Friday and he was off on Monday and Tuesday, I believe. Wednesday he went to school, but when he was outside running around, he threw up, so he had to be sent home. Then the nurse was saying his temperature was up. But when my daughter, that was early in the morning, when they were out for recess, I guess. Early in the morning, they bring him, got him home, and his temp was normal for the rest of the day. So it was just weird. He's on amoxicillin for the ear infection, but he's fine. And then they told her, because he threw up at recess, that she couldn't have him back in school the next day. So he missed part of Tuesday and all of Wednesday. No, wait. Part of Wednesday and all of Thursday, because Tuesday was when she finally got the craps of it and got him checked because she couldn't figure out how to keep his temp down. And so anyway, he's off to school today, and we'll see what happens with that. But I was kind of upset, you know, like sometimes it's a lot of, I mean, she got a note from the doctor saying that the only problem he had was an ear infection. It was nothing contagious, nothing to that effect. So there should have been no reason he couldn't have stayed at school. See, sometimes I had my son when he was little and he was in kindergarten. That's when I found out that he had physically induced asthma. And it was because when he'd go out and he'd go running around, he would throw up. So hopefully that's not the case with my grandson, but it just sounds similar. And then you add, you know, an ear infection, and sometimes when there's stuff wrong with your ears, it makes you dizzy and off balance a little bit. So that could have been another factor. You know, he wanted to be running around with his friends, and the infection just said, slow down, boy. There's no slowing that one down. He's our really active guy. He's got more energy than all of my grandsons combined. My goodness. And that's a good thing. But sometimes it's like, what do you do with all that energy? And he has to release it. And you can't keep up with him. Anywho, as I was getting to it, we weren't able to do the little pizza making project. So tomorrow is the day. And we're going to make, I found a recipe to make our own little personal pizzas out of biscuit dough. And we have their toppings that they wanted and everything. So it should be a fun day tomorrow. Get to do all that stuff and introduce them to something different again, like we did with the ice cream fixing thing. Hey, if you guys got any ideas of things like that would be a fun grandchild thing, let me know. I mean, we're always looking for something different. You know, just instead of just, I mean, it's nothing wrong with hanging out with your grandkids, but you know, you like to do something fun and different. So this will be our fun and different project that we're gonna do tomorrow, so Saturday. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a short of it. You know, just show the pizzas that we're making and do something along that line, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna get this done in the middle too. Oh, it's different. It's gold. See how easy that's coming off? That's just a bugger up there. I'm not pressing, I'm just scraping. So we'll see how that got. Whew, even this other stuff is the residue. Here we go. Look, see? All those different pretty colors of orange. Okay, we got another one coming up here. Let's see what color this flower is. Ooh, it's a pretty red. Reds and pinks it looks like it's going for. Yep, that's what it looks like. And another one that's easily scraped off. I think maybe because it was the foil, that the black coating that they put on these might have really adhered to that foil, and that's what was causing issues with the scraping. Some spots. Not all, but some. Some of this here. See how easy this is coming off now? I'm glad, because I didn't want this to be a 5-hour video, me trying to scrape stuff off that just didn't want to be scraped off and ruining the picture. This is working out good. Beautiful. You know what? My favorite rose is the Peace Rose. And this reminds me of that. Peace Rose is pinkish and peach color, or orangish color rose. Beautiful rose. Sometimes it's called Sharon roses. The name Sharon, not sharing. Woman's name Sharon. Okay, I'll get down here. Totally different color scheme, but I love it. And around the outside of the around the outside of the leaves here is gold. It's like a gold trim. Those little bits. Fingers crossed that the skull goes this fast too, without any issues. There's something green under here. Shall see. Not quite sure. Oh, I see what this is. This is a cactus. Duh. And that flower's the top of the cactus. My goodness. That's what I get for yapping. Not paying attention, and could have just looked on the picture, but what's the fun in that? It's better to just reveal it. And this is softer too. This, not so much. I might take a peek at the picture just to see if any of the skull is gold, because if it is, I gotta be careful with it. We're gonna go to the horns next, after this pretty cactus flower. And to the edges here. There we go. It's like scratching off a lottery ticket, looking for the big win. Stinking hand. I feel pins and needles. Okay, here. Getting all the little extra off of it. And now we have that pretty flower. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It has, I don't know if you can see the goldness in the around some of the petals. Okay. Now we're going to go on to these horns. Let me look at the picture first. Whoop. Looks like we're going to have just some flecks of gold in there, so it's not going to be too bad. Alrighty. And there's them right there. Our first scratch reveal on that end. Just the tip. This is just regular paper now. This isn't, you know, the gold fleck. It's the color of the horn, the brownish color. Okay, going down here. Let's see. Boy, this video is going to take a while to upload. I know sometimes when I'm going through the YouTube channels, I'm like looking at ones that aren't super long, depending on what the actual type of video I'm looking at. If it's an art video, like there was one on the other day, I was wanting to see, because I do adult coloring too, and I'm really liking this one artist, and this person was doing I should say illustrator, the book artist, not the person coloring the page, but the person who made the book, adult coloring book, Kirby Roseanne. It's, oh my gosh, he is so intricate. Well, this lady was having a color along with me, right? And when I looked at it, I wanted to see how she attacked the paper, how her process, her color palette and everything on these pages. But the freaking video was 4 hours long. There was no way I was going to watch that for 4 hours. Okay, we got one done. We'll go here to the other one. Yeah, 4 hours is a bit much to think someone's going to watch you color. And it's, the end result was beautiful. But my gosh, I couldn't, there's just no way I was going to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it, a little bit at a time, but I just, like if I'm curious about how they got a certain effect for the background or whatever, I'll just watch that part. But man, over 4 hours of just coloring a page, well, a double page. This is the open, he always has like double page illustrations. But yeah, I was like, nope. That's why I try to keep mine short and sweet. Today's just a little longer because I didn't know how this is the first one I'm doing from this scratch kit. I didn't know how long it would take me, but we'd be running into a lot of issues, and so far it has just been those pesky leaves up there. This other goldness isn't really giving me issues. I'm going to turn this a little bit. Still haven't gotten my sturdy table, but this, like I'm doing the way I have this set up now isn't as bad as what it normally is. You're not going to get seasick from my video. Me either. I have to put a disclaimer on my videos. If you get seasick, please take Dramamine before watching video. Alrighty. Let's see. Let me get some of these white specks off of here. And I'll take this and show you the horns. See that horn? Okay, here we go. There goes Mr. Skull. My hand hates me, but that's okay. It's all worth it. That little nub there. Be a good ASMR video with all the scratch noise and reveal. This will be something nice to do out on the back porch. And a nice sunshine once summer gets here. We have had the craziest wind here this month. Isn't that called something like the Ides of March or something like that? When it's really windy. I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting that right. Oh, my goodness, this is pretty. I actually attempted to paint on a skull when we lived in Oklahoma. They were a dime a dozen. Actually, you could get them yard sales even. And I got one and I painted on it. I don't even remember what I painted on it, but yeah. I don't even know if we still have it because the place we're in now here in PA isn't that big of a place. And so we have most of our stuff still packed away in the shed. So I don't even know if or up in the attic, and I don't even know if I have any in the attic. Have any boxes with my paintings and stuff in. I think I put them all out in the shed so they, you know, even if I'm not going to unpack them, I might have them take up what little room we have here. And I still have to get to painting those shovels, garden themes on them. I have 3 shovels to paint. And I've got commissioned to do, I used to paint rocks when that was a big thing. Probably still is, but I'm just not in that art form anymore as much. Here and there when people request, I do it for them. And I got a request the other day for this lady's grandson who's having a birthday, and it's not until May, so I have time to collect rocks, but I have to paint like 15 rocks in a Dr. Seuss theme. And he's autistic, so, you know, this is a special young man. So I do not mind getting out my paints again. Well, they've never gotten put away. I mean, I only quit doing that art form last year. So still have my little paint studio down in the basement. During the winter times, I don't do anything down there really except the laundry because it gets cold down there. But like in the summertime, I like doing stuff out on the back porch when I could. That was always nice, and I just had to go right inside the door and get my paints and paint. Oh, this is pretty. Very pretty. Getting down to some gold bits down here, though. Everybody hold your breath. Cats are looking at me like, who the heck are you talking to? Why should we hold our breath? That's okay. They're my buddies. They're all calm and hang out with Mom during the day, and then Daddy comes home and they're like rebellious teenagers. They're getting into trouble every 5 seconds. I can have stuff around me that I don't have to have, pick up so they can lay somewhere or whatever. I can just have my stuff right where I can reach it. No problem. The minute he comes home, I'm moving stuff, and because he needs to jump up and sit near him, and it's like, oh, come on. So I tell him, they don't act up till you come home. Then they get in trouble. And there you have it. This is what the skull looks like. You can see some of the gold spots on it there. And it's bone color, of course. And then the beautiful flowers. And the troublesome leaves. That one wasn't so bad. But yeah, look at those colors in that. Those flowers. But that mess right there, I gotta fix somehow. It just looks like the blackness really stuck to the leaves. Alrighty, and that's a wrap, as they say. I might be doing, a video on all the ones here that come in the book. So maybe I'll do, I don't know, maybe I'll do this one next. That one. We'll see what happens. But yeah, and here's the IBN, or whatever, the UPC. That's it. So UPC number, and it's called Bray Reese Art. Scratching here, and I'll even put their code thing here. Let me move this. This is difficult because of where I have. If you want to, here, see if it takes or not. There we go. If you would want to hit that code. Alrighty. Well, I hope you enjoyed the scratch art today, and I hope you get a chance to try this art form. And of course I was chatty through it, and I apologize for that, but I don't like silence. It's just, it's something you do when you get somebody to talk to, and you guys are my outlet. So, as I always say, give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't, so you don't miss anything. Share, Maybe somebody else likes this also. Comment, give me suggestions, or comment on how you like this. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye.